how did you come up with the name called Umusepela Crown?
Oh, yes.
It's not even anything close to Umusepela Crown.
Oh yeah.
Is it crown or crowd?
Crown.
Crown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hey, there's a crown on your head.
Oh yeah.
On the haircut.
Oh, I didn't notice it.
Tom, can we see this crown? It's here. It's here. There's a crown here.
Oh yes.
Oh wow. Let me take a picture.
Now this is creative.
Yeah. Let me take a picture. Let me take a stay still, my guy.
Kudos
Stay
to your
still.
Baba man as well.
Oh
This is
yes.
an award-winning Baba man.
Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out to Simple Kefas.
Simple Kefas, you're happening. Simple Kefas, you've been mentioned on national TV.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think Umusepela means youth
Yeah.
in Bemba. So the reason for me coming up with that is we usually do the most to prepare for a better future when we are in our youth stage. So that's the energy that I felt coming with. And then with the crown, obviously, it's important to look at yourself in the highest rank. So a crown symbolizes royalty and being a king. So I thought it wise to put myself in that space, and then I always want to make people feel like they are kings and queens. So ngawachibana crown ngawakwata wachibana banana nachibana crown, automatically that makes you a king or a queen, because it's incomplete without a crown. So I like to be around people, and then when they ask them who they were with, they say crown, which automatically comes to that. So it was all built from that.
That was creative.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Where were you born and bred? I would guess Copperbelt.
Yeah, Copperbelt. I'm from the Copperbelt. So yeah, I was born from the Copperbelt, and I was raised there.
Where?
And then Kitwe. There's a place called Mindolo. Yeah, that's where I come from, and that's the place.
Mindolo?
Yes.
Is that where there's Mindolo Dam?
Yeah, it's very close. So it's
That's the only
funny.
place I know in Kitwe that there's a Mindolo Dam somewhere.
Oh yes, so there's
Mary, you've
Mindolo
never heard
Dam.
of Chiwempala. You've never heard of
that's Chingola.
And Parklands.
Yes.
Is it where there's ZNBC?
Yes.
Yes, so I know at least Parklands and Mindolo Dam.
Riverside.
Riverside, yes, I've heard of Riverside.
There's also Chimwemwe.
Yes.
There's also Chimwemwe, Usakile,
Yes.
Okay.
and these surrounding areas.
Okay.
So
Sokone Market.
yes,
Sokana Market, it caught fire. I read in the news at some point.
that's a very
That's what I remember.
bad recognition.
That's what I remember.
At least that's even better.
At least
She
I
didn't
remember.
mention the pickpockets.
Oh
Oh, they are pickpockets. You guys are just disclosing now. I didn't know.
no, but it's like that's where the spotlight is. But all these things are
okay.
happening in a lot of areas. But obviously, when we talk about the Copperbelt, there's a lot of things that also adds to the development of the society, if we put it that way. Moreover, TV started from the Copperbelt.
You know, I wouldn't even argue with you on that. Whether it started from there or not,
No, it did, actually.
well, I know it may not be true, but
It's very true.
But
It's very true.
into an argument,
but-
you
It's
two.
very
but
true.
what I want to
Started from
agree
the
with you
Copperbelt.
is, will you like it or not, Copperbelt province has talent.
Oh yes.
Like, that's where the talent is.
Distinct talent.
Distinct talent, like that you cannot take away from the Copperbelt. Think of the artists that we've hosted here, and think of those that have left a mark. Copperbelt.
Yeah.
Copperbelt.
So are you
like,
able to do those dances?
Obviously.
Yeah.
But not on camera.
They will have
Not
a
on,
dance, Coppala dance.
I think everyone
Coppala is
must
the
have
nation.
danced
Yeah.
when they were young.
Yeah, Coppala is the nation.
So they tell you to come and give them some entertainment. So it starts from there. You never did those.
At Shanako Butterfly.
And then you know, we said, "Come, Shana."
So you're also among them.
Yes, I'm a Copperbelt girl.
No wonder.
Proud,
no wonder.
proud.
No wonder.
Yeah.
No wonder what, Mary.
Well, we're on TV. I don't have a lawyer.
You better hold yourself.
No, I'm holding. I'm trying so hard.
Anyway, so how's been your journey so far? When did you start the music journey?
I think I had this kinship with the music as early as 7 years old, because my parents are huge fans of the music, especially my dad. He's a huge collector of music. He used to listen a lot more to old Zambian music and rumba and reggae. So I think it was from that I got the inspiration to obviously wanting to do something on an instrumental and hoping people will relate, because what's a better way of communicating than the music? So I started as early as that, and then so far so good. I think the industry has been good to me. It's like a seesaw. Sometimes there are ups, sometimes there are downs, and that's what makes the seesaw work properly. So I think we've been trying to push. We've been working. Obviously, being found on platforms like this, it's one of clear indications to show that there's something that's happening with the music.
Okay. What kind of music do you do?
I do.
And what message are you trying to channel?
I do hip hop music, rap, and then I think the story that I want to put across is just being honest and always being the better version of myself, because there's nothing that you can do better than being yourself and telling the world more about you as a person, where you're coming from, Kitwe, Copperbelt, Zambia, and Africa to be precise, because I always want to look at it at a global level. And obviously, I just want to tell a story and hope another person will say, I think that's what connects us. Yes.
Okay. What do you have for your fans in store this year?
There's a whole lot of music to start with. I just released new visuals. There's a song called If You're Free. I have one album to my name that I released in 2022 titled Lesapantanshi.
Well done.
Yeah, so it's there's a song off that album that I always felt like it needs a video. I think that's when the story will be completed. So we were able to achieve that this year. And then there's a whole lot of music. I'm a huge fan of not promising much but doing more, because if you overpromise, there's always that
high expectation.
Expectations, and then it's easy for people to call you out when you don't do as you've planned. So there's my plan, then there's an overall plan by God. So I always leave room for that as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you noticed something? He didn't have the Copala lingo.
I think he grew up in Lusaka.
No, I grew up from the Copperbelt. When they say Copala lingo, it's
you don't sound like Copperbelt.
I think there's another side that you've not seen. So it's we putting it out there.
So the Copala also has got the actual proper English like you're speaking now. Because what we know is just this funny language.
No, but I
in their nation, and they call themselves a nation inside the nation.
It is a nation, but obviously more than that. It's just when you say you're representing
it's a Copala that went to school.
No, you're representing. No, but thank you very much for that. I think it's something that people should also learn about the Copperbelt. I think more than one time, a lot of people in Rwanda to do a Copperbelt. They change the perspective. They look at you as someone who only speaks Bemba.
Yeah, like a thug.
Yeah,
and a hustler.
And also that in itself is a story worth telling, because how are you going to have a society of people? You also need to understand that lemon you need to have at least tasted an orange.
Yes.
There's always a variety. So always there to be putting it out there. Because Copala thinking that fikira gonna kusaidia thank you very much for having you.
So now Musanda, okay, this is one thing I saw on social media, that a man from the Copperbelt would not kneel down, buy a ring and say, will you marry me? That he will just take up a plot and say, now mwana hapa mwaicha pepa kabera kitchen over hapa, so ubeba fiashi pa Saturday tulefika. Whether you said yes or no, barefika. There's nothing like, will you marry me, yes or no? Like they're so forward like that, like they're just in their own world, like they're just another breed, and they're And they're hustlers.
Yes.
Like they make it, they
And they'll
push
call
until
you
they make it.
Mwaiche.
Obviously, it's like that. I think at the end of the day, you need to be a best friend to the person that you're dating.
Yeah.
So you need to be free with them like that.
Yeah.
If they're going to engage themselves
Yeah.
with you, they need to know the real you. And we from the Copperbelt can't afford to sugarcoat things. We
That's
tell
true.
it
That's true.
as it is. And
That's true.
We I think we're inspiring a lot more people. I
Yeah.
think now abantu akale kwale wamaya state to London angwe. But from the time
You've
that
just
we pushed the
savukaed now.
Copperbelt, I think even people from here would want to relate themselves from to the Copperbelt.
I need to visit the Copperbelt like properly, like
Yeah.
to just appreciate the
Yeah,
place.
I think
Sure.
Umusepela Crown will be there to give you a tour.
A tour
but
of,
outside
yeah.
music and getting to know you better, what
Yeah.
do you do?
I think I only do music. I
Okay.
think it's
You
it's
leave music.
Yeah, it's about that
It's
time.
music.
I think people are slowly appreciating that music is also a career.
Full-time career.
Gone are the days where some people shati. Nurse, they don't ask a nurse what else she does. Apart from nursing, apart from being a doctor. But I think it's that.
Okay, that was the Copperbelt way of answering.
So it's
Apart from nursing fish,
so even with the music, even with the
It's
movies,
music.
drama. But now it's turning into a job. So apart from music, what do you do?
It's music.
Sometimes you don't feel
Like music is not serious.
So, but
but we've also had artists
Yes.
who say,
also-
before I got into the industry,
Yeah.
my parents emphasized that I get an education. For instance, I did my schooling, and
it's
then
true.
they allowed me to do music.
It's true. I think education is the most conventional way of doing things, especially here. And I don't blame parents when they do that, because what if you don't have a talent?
It's true.
So education
It's
is
true.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
School
There's a solution. Yeah.
But when it comes to things like music, it's like we are the first people who are doing it. Like in my family, there were artists, but wasa fideka because there was still that anyway. If you don't have a serious life, you need to do. But with me, I think now I've got a younger generation in the family.
So now back up Tamakwata.
No, we have. I think my huge fans are my parents. So my dad will go and tell me what I did right and what
What's
I
your
did
father's
wrong.
name?
My father's name is Richard Mwelo.
And your mother's name?
Brenda.
Say hi to them on that camera.
Hi parents. Yamfika sana ya kudusake chana afya the best. It's like nganatinja wa dada na watu vinafona I love you only tubasa kama iwe nishi chitike
So kubeba shana nti wali batemo.
Takwa kubeba. I think you just by
send
you
money.
afford chitafe
Just send them money.
And then you'll have conquer. That's respect.
Just send them money. That's enough message.
Takwa kubeba.
Witakuwa tunaweka likapanja tamami lero nachofufu kumyewa tunalibite mwa sana. I think my sister is in a better position to do that.
Yeah.
That's Copperbelt for you.
It sounds better. But
So it's like it's a Copperbelt is a place that just toughens you up.
But it reminds me of, there was a trend going on TikTok.
Yeah.
And even in the Western world, I saw a number of people participate. Guys would call their brother or their father and say, I just called to say good night and I love you. Now the reactions.
Are you okay? Are you dying? What's wrong with you?
The reactions.
Meaning they are not used to that.
And not only that, most of them were like, the reaction was like, this is not manly. Like, why are you telling me good night? Why are you telling me I love you?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm suspicious sana.
Yeah.
Bro, I love you.
So how can people find you on social media? What names are you going by?
I go by Umusepela Crown on all social media platforms, and even on the ground as well. It's Umusepela Crown.
Okay.
But there are people that just wants to show that bari kuishiba sana, bari kushow, bari kuiteshna dio. Everyone is screaming crown, and then it's like yeah, but I believe other people like to do that just to show that there's
that
a
they know you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you considered comedy?
I've got a lot of friends that talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy.
Because I see a lot of comedy talent in you.
Oh yeah, there's
I've been laughing throughout.
there's also that, but I think Ichalopo Africa tried pushing us on a narrative of negativity. So when someone laughs too much, they always relate it to comedy. It's like just being a nice person. It's like, how are you? They'll wait.
You are really a Zambian. You are totally a Zambian. Because Zambians, even in moments of hardships or whatever, sorrow or sadness, they always crack jokes.
Oh yeah.
At Africa, my father, my maker. We're going through something, you know, like what we've been going through lately, grieving and whatever. Yeah. Someone is putting Africa, national anthem. They say, "Free men who stand."
Zambia 3 times.
So
my father, my maker. My father, my father.
Yeah, but I think it's important to laugh once in a while, because that's an exercise.
Thank you for making me laugh.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And for making us happy. Any shows ahead as we let you go?
I'm doing a lot more media tour, considering the fact that I've got a new song out. I think it's important to also recognize the fact that it's not every time that a band will be plugged to your music. You need to take an extra mile. So things like this, having a platform like this, people are not expecting to see me here, and then they've just seen me. There are people who are knowing me for the first time. So I'm doing a lot more radio tours and TVs.
Okay.
Yeah. Shows, I think later in time, because it's the shows comes from the music, so you need to push the music first. Umusepela Crown, thank you so much. We wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
In your career.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and continue representing the Copala Nation.
Exactly.
Yeah. What song are you going to perform for us next?
I think it's the latest one, the If You're Free song. There's a song called If You're Free.
If You're Free.
If You're Free.
No, I'm just saying if things are going to come for free and then later on Wambo Sevan in Apo. Mambo grandat pavantu akaka sapato nakupera kadai kala winwai. Just for people to know that they help you. Then if it's like that, don't help me, I'm better off like this. So
exactly.
That's the message behind the song that I released.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take a short break. On the other side, we'll be joining Umusepela Crown with If You're Free.
ZNBC is the heartbeat of Zambia's cultural heritage, bringing you traditional music, stories, and customs that connects us to our past and inspire our future. Thanks to your TV levy contributions, ZNBC continues to preserve Zambia's rich cultural diversity. Thank you for keeping our heritage alive. ZNBC, just for you. There is a place where every word speaks to you in the languages you cherish. A place where your favorite programs comes wrapped in the comfort of your mother tongue. Welcome to ZNBC Radio 1, a radio station that not only broadcasts in 1 but in 7 major languages.
Kimene kuitana yawe na muraka wa chikaonde ni anu ya bonse mumva chikaonde moya Zambia nitanda yonse ya panshi. Diyimpinji ya kutilila kuma programs amu idimindi alunda.
Covering every part of Zambia. Your roots are always within reach with our diverse programs, bringing the heart of your village right to your doorstep. Catch the latest news, captivating shows, and sports highlights, all in the languages that feels like home. Here to educate, entertain, and inform while keeping it 100% traditional. From sunrise to sunset, every word and every beat honors the culture and tradition, because home is where the heart is. ZNBC Radio 1, feel at home.
Morning Live Set by Sikale Wood.
Like any other day mistake, na like any panga ku believe chat na mitera ya
Powerhouse.
Mtu machao lelo kumfu. Umusepela crown. Yeah, listen. Kulia kwine ku beginning. Unje befenga kuliko na fimbi. Shala isanga puff meiji pia kumpela ma gifts. Nefya free fin. Ipapu shonga te iwepe Yesu. Meaning, wanja for the loma ilu ati eoyu. Better help you obeyo ibef. Assistance you obeyo better ibef. Wisaka mana paline I swear until if. Assistance you obeyo better ibef. Better help you obeyo ibef. There's a guy kuma works at J, wamwe easy but crazy and mostly jed. Takolwa kano mostly 10 and the thing is to get what emotwa ichenje. Twaba foto abika papa jet, kadoro, kachongo, Cynthia na Claret. Furthermore ate mwaka Claret, she's in college, said je kachaye fya health. Alengisha mwefpao, feba monako chitubonya pamusao. Sponsors fyonso kufilwa nishikano. Katwishikali mwibila mano, fast forward jako kapwe skulu, kanshishikulu wakakwali landa nabafulo, bapampa mokaingile nchitoka musamba, moje abaka piopio, kasesha level no kuba more than ifokali before. Je afulu ati oke mbweshesha starter, which def mwache nebo na lengofu kiapa, paka chitwa kakene wison chinchaka, pampaka seka fedhen no kusamwa skati mwe mdala. Ulia kwine ku beginning, unje befenga kuliko na fingi. Shala isanga puff meiji, pia kumpela ma gifts, nefya free things. Ipapu shonga te iwepe Yesu. Meaning, wanja for the loma ilu ati eoyu. Better help you obeyo ibef. Assistance you obeyo better ibef. Wisaka mana paline I swear until if. Assistance you obeyo better ibef. Better help you obeyo ibef. Kapa befya free pano chalo, they help so that he can turn you over milo. When they offer fya free, push at boss. I wanted to be clear on this, what do I owe? You cause 30 fee fya lutwif. I guess everything has a price to eat. Fondeti na kuida muchili ndicha musevanya napo na kirikiti. Nolo kusaino for shili show. Better na inshamo lawyer na mushili show. Checking my documents when you show up. Twa ishpopo twa chitanga twa firo kaba mafola. Fota unje velenji shive. Are you crazy? Defo anjivige muchivenje njiveve kateva mbige muchigenje mujele ndile nkafumendi mulwele. Aikona buka we ulele. Tuwombe fumyapo mulele. Tusunke amafaus tuwele tulikumuka kolo ntile kumeleki. Ulia kwine ku beginning, unje befenga kuliko na fimbi. Shala isanga puff meiji pia kumpela ma gifts, nefya free thing. Ipapu shonga te iwepe Yesu. Meaning, wanja for the loma ilu ati eoyu. Better help you obeyo ibef. Assistance you obeyo better ibef. Wisaka mana paline I swear until if. Assistance you obeyo better ibef. Better help you obeyo ibef.
See the mix. Powerhouse.
Umusepela Crown, very beautiful song. Assistance you over if you are going to publicize it. I don't need it.
But I love the beat.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful song, actually. Very nice
very
song.
good. And this is latest song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need to check it on
So
iTunes.
remember that you can find all these songs on his socials. Remember to follow him.
And on all the platforms, on all the streaming platforms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time now for our next interview, and we're talking to build or not to build together as a couple in a marriage.
Bob the Builder, Bob the Builder,
You end
Bob
up,
the Builder.
how do you actually know that what you're building is for both of you. Like, be safe. Ensure you're not Bob the Builder like she's putting it.
Just make sure your name is on that paper.
With this topic. Steady Divine, good morning.
Good morning.
Coach Steady.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coach Steady, there's a lady who has a crush on you. Her name is Emily Divine. She actually calls herself Divine already. Like,
really?
Yes.
The just shall live by faith.
Just say hi, Emily Divine.
Hi, Emily Divine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Emily,
also,
please answer. But
also a tip.
Yeah.
A tip is that she doesn't like men who
she can't control. so this Emily Divine is actually talking to us here.
Yeah.
Really?
She's the one directing this show.
Yeah.
Really?
She's that powerful, you know, like the ones that make the show happen. Without her, there's no show.
If she wants, she can say.
If she wants, she can just end the show.
She's powerful.
She's that powerful.
She's
like
a go-getter.
If she's not here, we'll all knock off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not that Emily that you know from our office. No, a different one now.
Really?
A different one, yes. The one from our office is married. Now this one is single.
Wow.
And very powerful.